Hey everyone, we're back. Episode two of our newest YouTube channel. Still debating titles.
We don't need a title right now.
We're still working on it. Not to say we didn't love the comments, we did, but we're still like back and forth on them. But if you have a name for us, we wouldn't hesitate.
Let us know.
Right? But for those who have not seen our YouTube channel before, I am Justin Lopez.
And I'm Lexi Lopez.
Ooh, good job. Good job. I thought you were about to say something else.
My maiden name?
Yeah, I thought you were. But yes.
It's only been a part of my life for 24 and a half years. Actually, 24 years and like 350 some days.
Okay,
so
but it's
basically
changed
25
now.
years.
But it's changed now. All right, guys. So today we are shooting a typical day for us. Today it's an off day for both of us, and we have different things that we have to get through today. But we're gonna show you different errands, just like a normal person would have on their well, not necessarily say normal person, but a typical person would have on their day off.
Yeah.
But we're gonna show you how we do it a little bit differently, right? And show you the accessible style that we go about in doing things. So, without further ado, we're gonna
Let's
show you.
get started with the video.
Let's get started. We'll show you our day.
Much, yeah. Here's the lovely vehicle. We don't have a name, as you may have heard. Yeah, thanks to Mobility Works of Toledo. They've helped us out.
And my mom.
Yeah, and Justin's mom. This handy dandy ramp.
Now, I usually get hooked in with, there's like hooks at the bottom.
Don't mind the mud.
Yeah, I was outside a lot recently.
We'll blame our friends Brittany and Emily.
But there's like hooks at the bottom where Lexi just kind of just hooks me in, and
casually.
And I'm in the passenger seat and we're riding.
Yeah, because they take. Well, we have the seat that would go in the passenger. We have it. It's in our garage, but he just hooks right up in it. Sorry, there's more mud. I need to sweep that up, but
yeah. So then I just roll right in.
Yep.
Oh man, the pressure.
There's the BMW chilling over there. Oh, that's our place, by the way, if you didn't know. It just rolls right in. No pressure or anything. Success.
Boom.
Okay.
And then she hooks me in.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I put his feet up on that little ledge so he's more secure and comfortable. Because he's had a bad experience with his knees going right into the dash.
Yeah, and it helps me
That's
like.
what it's called.
And it like helps me like brace, so that way if Lexi or anybody driving has to brake really fast, I can like brace myself with my legs.
Yeah, and there's obviously this handle too that he uses a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
So
because I'm a crazy driver, right, Justin?
You're the best. Okay.
All right, we out. So as you just saw, we had a pretty simple transition from his motorized chair to the van, which was not always the case. That's definitely true.
No, it wasn't. And you know, when I want to say roughly about 2 or 3 years ago, that's when the change really started to happen. But when we first started dating, I was the primary driver.
Yes, he was.
Because I was a better driver.
Ford Escape.
That was because I was a better driver. Just saying.
No,
no. But anyways, no, I was a primary driver. I loved driving. It was something that like I did all the time. Just because I really did love driving. Gave you a chance to like decompress and do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But obviously as the limb girdle started to take more of an effect, especially in my lower extremities, like my legs and everything, you know, driving became more difficult. at times where I would drive and I would have to pick up one leg to put the foot on the brake and still be able to, obviously steer and everything.
Not the safest method.
No, it's not the safest method. And I appreciate those who were in the vehicle with me, who had a lot of trust in me. This one
we would go on long road trips.
Yeah, this one
He
being
would
the
drive us. We actually visited our friend in Georgia.
Yes.
And you drove.
I drove the whole way there.
Yes, in the rain.
I drove Georgia that way. I've
driven home to like Ohio and Michigan when we were living in Tennessee.
Yep, we've driven.
Which should we even talk about that?
No,
we didn't. So we'll talk into that.
We'll dive into that later.
Yeah.
We'll dive into that later.
We never talk about that.
But so I did drive like that for quite a while. But then obviously the muscular dystrophy did progress. And it got to a point where I recently just got a new vehicle. It was a BMW, a dream car of mine. And then I got to a point where I unfortunately couldn't drive just because of the muscular dystrophy. So, and just leg weakness overall in general. So, now we got to a point where Lexi is now doing majority, if not now 100% of the driving. Yes. And the next challenge was, okay, now that I'm not driving, how do I still get in the vehicle, right?
Right.
Before this power chair, I was using a wheelchair a lot of the time. And, to the point where the muscular dystrophy got to the point where it was struggle to stand. It was very difficult to stand. And not only to transfer, I had to stand, but then now I also have to take several steps and get into the vehicle. And that was a very difficult challenge, especially on days where long days, long hours working, or just even days where my legs are just not in the best position to, or just fatigued, just in general.
And on top of that, you've had major injuries during that.
Yeah, so I tore my meniscus.
And you had...
Twice.
You broke your kneecap.
And I...
2 days into moving into our new apartment.
So I tore my meniscus within the last 2 or 3 years. I've broken my kneecap within the last 2 or 3 years. Instances where, just like my legs...
You're being too bold. You tried too hard. You can do it. You can handle it. And then you overworked yourself. Yeah,
so I think that obviously one thing I've been learning is that, having muscular dystrophy, you have to have this kind of balance of making sure that, you work yourself to maintain like your abilities, but you don't want to overwork yourself because that can cause accidents like the meniscus tear and things of that nature, right? So, for me now, is trying to make sure I keep that balance. So pushing myself, but not pushing myself too far. But the challenge that we were talking about, though, was getting into vehicles then, right? So,
yes.
Lexi, why don't you tell them how it was helping me into the vehicle?
So, before he got this motorized chair in, I think it was like June of last year of 2019, he was in like a traditional wheelchair, and so I'd push him around literally everywhere we went. So that kind of prohibited us from going a lot of places. But when we were transferring from like the wheelchair to the car, I had to take most of the time several tries to lift him up from the chair to the car.
When I mean lift, I mean
like
folks
grab all of his weight.
I mean folks lift me, and I'm no spring chicken. Is that what they say? Is that what they say, spring chicken?
If you were to see him on average day, well, any day actually, I don't know why I said average day. If you saw him anytime, you would think he was just being lazy and didn't want to walk, because he looks like a normal guy in terms of like his body type,
body structure.
Like, yeah, body structure.
But I'm about 6'1", 6'1".
Yeah.
About 260, 270. And multiple times, you know, thinking about, and I know a lot of people don't traditionally think about just getting out of the vehicle, right? But we got to a point where we would plan trips based upon how many times we would
You have to lift.
How many times she would have to lift, or how many times I had to get out the vehicle.
Right.
So think about it. Going to the movies, that's one time to get into the vehicle, one time to get out to go see the movie, and then come back in, and then leave back out. Right? So we would think these things out, and it got to a point where I think, obviously, I got frustrated, and I know Lexi did too, because there was just days where, as much as I would love to like do stuff and go out and hang out with her,
it took a toll.
I couldn't. I just physically couldn't, and it was a little frustrating for everybody, but we stuck through it, and I think that part of the reason why I got my power chair now was just the fact that I had to
swallow your pride,
swallow the pride, and not think about necessarily, hey, no, I want to do it because I'm a fighter and I'm gonna, you know, persevere through it. But I gotta think about, you know, the people that surrounded me.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't Lexi lifting me, it was either my dad lifting me, or if it wasn't my dad lifting me, it was, I don't know.
Sometimes,
I don't know.
Sometimes he would fall, and we would have to get our neighbors to come and like pick him up from the ground at like 1:00 in the morning when we came home from an 8-hour drive.
So if you think about, and when we talk about the mental aspect of it, right? So yeah, physically draining, right? But having a stranger coming to come pick you up, it's
very humbling.
It's very humbling, but you know, it's not something that, you know, you always expect to happen, and it's tough, and you know, this is what the situation was.
There's been calls to the non-emergency 911 to get help in our apartment during those times. It's been...
and when we talk about falls that happen, it wasn't like falls where like I just like trip over like a rock or something. It's more so, unfortunately, with the muscular dystrophy,
your leg gave out.
Just my leg gave out, or like I got tired, or quad, or you know, different muscles within the body just really got exhausted. And so, you know, over time I've learned to just kind of, again, that balance, trying to make sure that I know what to exhaust and what not to exhaust, and you know, make those changes. So the traveling point of it is now changed to a little bit easier dynamic, which we'll show you today. Again,
right.
You'll see us going a lot of places now.
Sometimes too many places.
Sometimes too many places, because I like to do more and more. But just because we have this different dynamic now, and what it means to us is just we get to do more and have a lot more fun.
We took this on our honeymoon in Jamaica.
Yes, that's very cool. Very, very
no
cool.
big deal.
Very cool. So that's what today's going to be about. We're going to show you guys a lot of the different trips that we'll be going on, and you know, and we'll just a day in the life with us.
Let's go. Right.
All right, so this is stop number 1. Gotta drop something off at the mail. Rather than going in and doing those things, keep it like nice and simple. Just mails it off.
Drop it off.
We're on to the next place.
On to the next.
Okay, where are we going?
Where are we headed, Justin?
We're going to Krispy Kreme. This is stop
We're headed to Krispy Kreme. And we are walking there because it is like 20 cars deep. So we're going to see if it's any faster to go in.
Look Put it on.
It doesn't fit my head.
One more try.
Really? Yeah, it doesn't fit my head.
There you go. Alright guys, that is stop number 2. We just got Krispy Kreme donuts.
It took us 30 minutes.
As you can see, show the bag. Show the bag.
The goods.
The goods. The goods. And
Try not to get run over.
yeah, try not to die. But we're on to the next stop. We are going next to where are we going next?
Pick up our spare key.
Pick up our spare key for our van.
This is so early.
And then we're on to the next thing. All right, folks. So we are at stop number 3. Going to pick up our spare key. When we got the van, we never. They had all this other stuff, but we didn't get a spare key. Random, I know. So Lexi's going in to grab that. But these are certain things that we kind of do. Like if we know that she could just go in and grab it, or she has to run in and grab it, we still have her go in and grab it just to make it easier. Having to unstrap me and do all that kind of stuff. Get out the van, go inside, grab it, and then kind of repeat the process. We just make it easier on each other. Just try to do that. So Lexi is going to grab the key, and then we're going to stop 4, which is going to get my ring resized. So I'm going to get that resized and hopefully get a bite to eat.
All right, so this is a typical way that Justin gets out of the vehicle. Do you want to explain why you do this, Justin?
Because it's kind of fearful going straight down. It's like a roller coaster type of thing, but it's just easier for me. Makes it a lot safer. Oh, my hat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Ready to eat. What is my straw doing?
What's this?
Who knows how many?
I don't know. So we're going to the movie
We're here.
Want to see like a boss. Play side B. Then we gotta zoom in because we gotta get the right seating. I can zoom in on my phone.
Yeah, looks like it's not.
There you go. Oh.
Oh, maybe not.
Oh wait, hold on. Let's try it again. Zoom in.
There we go.
There we go.
One.
This is not a seat because I got my own seat. Shout out to
Right.
whoever's following me.
Who?
I don't know who that was.
Oh.
They're following me.
All right.
And then fantasy number 2. I don't know why it's doing this, folks, but there you go.
Last one of the night. And
We need help me put my leg back up.
yeah. Just one last step.
Chelsea, put my leg back up because sometimes it gets, I like to put it off because it hurts. And then that's it.
Oh, there's the car there.
Yeah, watch your head.
That's all, folks. All right, so as you can tell, we are home now, and we are safe and sound
Good
and
movie.
full and entertained.
Just a typical day for us. We
just saw Girl Boss. Was it
Girl Boss or Like a Boss?
Like a Boss?
Like a Boss.
Like a Boss.
With Tiffany Haddish. It was really good. It was
really, really good.
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it was a really good movie. Pretty good standard day for us.
Yeah. No, this. I mean, it was a little more.
Carrying you guys around was a little bit of hassle.
It was a little more than we would normally do, but it was also not the most that we've done. I would say.
No.
So we had a pretty good day, I would say.
Going to wrap up today.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching.
Yes. Like.
Yeah, please like, subscribe, and put your bell notification on, and share, please. Please share to anyone that you
better every day.
Yeah, get better every day.
GBE. That's my slogan. No one told you that.
Okay.
But get better every day.
We will see you guys next time.
Next time. See ya.
Until next time. Bye.
Hi, Kobe. Do you want to be in video? Episode 2? Do you, Kobe,
Look.
do you want to be?
Say hey.
Do you want to be in episode 2? Oh, really looking at me.
Jeez.
Do you want to be in episode 2? No.
He's not interested in the thing.
How's it going over there?